Hey everyone, I'm PsychoSap and welcome back for another episode, round 6, following the Spanish Grand Prix. This is the track that Formula One usually used to use for testing preseason and development of the cars before they switched it over to Bahrain. But this is quite the difficult circuit on controllers, and I still managed to practice a lot and get one of the fastest laps in practice sessions as well as quali. So let's check it out then. First lap out on the soft tires, and the setup really matters in this track because a small mistake and you can go over the curbs and that could just definitely spoil your lap. So first lap out on the softs, I did manage to grab a P5, but I can see that the other cars will be grabbing a little bit more pace, and let's go ahead and try again with another set of softs. And I'm also going to try and get back that practice session mojo, which I have done here. Look at that beautiful fastest sector and also a personal best middle sector. I thought I could get a purple sector, but I didn't. But there we go, we do have the fastest lap of the session, a 1:19. But of course everybody else was also on their out laps, and finally Max did manage to grab the fastest lap, and I will be starting P2. Now I didn't get that on video. Max did manage a few tenths above me and got the fastest lap. So we'll be starting P1, guys.
To see just who will claim victory at the Spanish Grand Prix, the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, a track that will certainly force the drivers to push themselves. It consists of a very impressive main straight going into turn 1. It's a straight that also offers a DRS zone, so it's likely to be a hot spot for overtakes. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap. So always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time.
If you guys already didn't know, there have been a small set of changes to the Barcelona Catalunya circuit, and they've actually changed this turn, which was quite difficult even on controller, but it seems to be much more smoother and easier to take now. So let's see. On paper it looks like it's gonna help the drivers to get out of the next 2 corners pretty smooth, and then the final 2 chicanes as well, and then go for the main straight. Interesting. I'm hoping they do update the tracks in F1 22, but until then, let's see.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Lando Norris, and Sainz, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Gasly, and Fernando Alonso, Vettel, Ocon, Lance Stroll, and Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Russell, Kimi Raikkonen, and Mick Schumacher, Latifi, and Nikita Mazepin. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Alright, let's get into it then. Like I said, this track is quite difficult, and I'm gonna make sure I don't make any mistakes. We don't have too much life left on those softs. Here we go then. 5 lights for the Spanish GP round 6. And it's lights out and away we go. We do get a great start there. Pretty good enough to maintain that position in P2. Now we do have to go chasing after Max Verstappen, but I'm not sure how hard that will be. But of course he does have good pace, and so does the Mercedes behind me, having a little bit of a squabble right there. Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. They might even try and make a move on each other sometime down the race. Now here we go, first move from Lewis Hamilton on me. I am lacking some pace. We can see Max is gone away. Now for some reason this car is lacking some straight line speed maybe. Ooh, that's straight away off the track overtake. But I was surprised why the FIA didn't say anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead with it. But that was definitely a bad move. Let's take a look at it again. So here we go then. Hamilton does get ahead. Oh yeah, that is definitely off the track move, and that should not be allowed. And I think maybe Hamilton could have gotten ahead of me, but around the outside there might be some contact, so that was actually a pretty good idea for backing out. So here we go then, lap 7, we are pitting for fresh medium tires. The Red Bull doing one of their infamous double stacks goes perfectly in like most real life situations. Back there we can see one of the Mercedes getting a front wing replacement. I wonder which one that was. But let's go on then. We have a couple of cars in front of us to overtake. That's a move on Valtteri Bottas. We do get ahead of Bottas, good and clean. But the question is, can we get ahead and stay ahead? Because my pace, like I said, hasn't been the best in races. So we can see Valtteri coming for a move, and there we go, switcheroo, and we maintain that lead. Solid defense there from me, but we will see another squabble between me and Valtteri, the Mercedes. So let's see, here he goes again. There you go, deep in the corner. He actually aborts that overtake because he would have gone to the side of my car. Let's take a look at that again. So he does get ahead and try to make the overtake, but then he backs out and then he goes for it again and then realizes that there isn't enough room in the inside. He does actually knock out that bollard. So Valtteri does lose some pace and he does let Lando get close enough to him. Lando is looking for a cheeky little move to grab that podium, and he might be able to make it because seems like Valtteri has made some mistakes trying to overtake me and have some squabbles. So he does actually lose some time and let Lando go straight through. So that's it. I don't think there's going to be any other moves in this race. The last lap. There we go, the final few corners with a Red Bull 1-2. And I wish I could have stayed a little bit closer to Max or even challenge him, but it's just such a difficult track to maintain on controller and not make mistakes. So that has been done, and a Red Bull 1-2, and I wish the real Spanish GP is much more interesting than this. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys did like the video. Now if you didn't check out the previous videos and episodes of the races, do check them out. They were awesome races. And of course, if you did like the video, do drop a like and a subscribe and share it with your friends. And of course, do let me know if you want to make any changes to these videos and make them more interesting and fun for you guys. We will meet again for episode 7, which is Monaco. That is a disastrously difficult track for me on controller. I'm gonna have to find a way to make it an interesting and fun race and video for you guys. But until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.